blue check mark. Holy shit! It's got like the engagement has been huge since doing that.
Sweet. Oh, I got the ticket prices for TNA in Orlando.
Okay.
Um, I'll pass.
Oh, really? How much are they?
80 a pop.
Hmm. Yeah, I need to check the prices for the AEW show also. Let me just make sure
When
we're
is that one again? The 24th?
January 20th, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's the 24th, 25th, something like that.
All
Yeah,
right,
give me the prices for that. We'll probably make it a business trip.
sounds good. All right, let's do it. Viewer discretion time.
Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, heel faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz. That's Draven Grimes. We had a badass motherfucking pay-per-view over the weekend. The adrenaline is still up. We had title changes. We had the sickest death match I've ever seen. And we have a controversial ending to a world title match. And on top of that, Draven still got the hurt. So we'll see you in a minute. What's up, man? How you doing?
I hate you so much.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right. I don't.
You
I'm good.
don't.
Just finishing this chapter of moving so we can move on to bigger and better things. So I apologize if I'm not as energetic and on my bullshit as I normally am. Also, I just worked 14 hours. So let's put that on top of this, on top of podcasting. Fuck work.
This goddamn pen just died. Motherfucker.
Oh, hell. All right, we'll cancel the podcast.
All right. Anyway, Full Gear 2003 was just last night. And I gotta tell you,
Motherfucker.
I had to watch
2000 what?
23.
You said 2003.
My
You
bad.
need to find yourself a new fucking vape pen right now.
I do. I need to send a. Here, let me send a message to my wife
Get
real
an
quick.
SOS. Tell her to bring the Delta 9s. Tell her to bring a new vape pen. Go ahead and get the water bomb going. Dude, you missed the mark by fucking 20 goddamn years. That's a problem.
Goddamn
This
fucking
one I will also-
technology is fucked up right now. All right, Full Gear 2023.
There we go.
Dude, I had to watch like a slasher movie afterwards to calm down. Like it was fucking insanity. All right.
What movie? What movie?
You're Next. You ever see that? It's where these guys in animal masks break into a upper scale family's dinner and start killing everybody.
It sounds like Resident Evil 7. Not gonna lie.
No, different. It's a home invasion kind of thing. Anyway, so MJF made a deal with the other devil and got Samoa Joe to hop on and help him defend the ROH World Tag Team titles, which is very interesting. Hold on, the Savior. Here. Oh, I can give it to you. All right. Now I can focus. All right.
Bow to her greatness. Bow.
Yes. So that's going to be, they teamed up. It was a very interesting start to the pay-per-view because this was the last match of the pre-show that we were going into. It was MJF and have to have partner Samoa Joe, and they defended their belts against the Guns, and they won. Samoa Joe was a great partner. He was going to get a title shot from it. MJF was skeptical the entire time, watching his back, but Joe did his thing. Let's see. After the match, him and Joe shook hands. Joe left, and the Guns jumped back into the ring, and they went to town on MJF. Adam Cole was standing outside the ring, just helpless on his crutches. They fucked MJF's leg all to hell. Slammed, hit it with the chair a couple of times, and then did the gimmick where they stuck his foot through the chair and then jumped off the second rope and crushed the ankle type shit. They carted MJF out on a gurney, and they put him in the back of an ambulance and sent him off as the pre-show was going off. So if you watch the pay-per-view, came right into that whole drama. They were about to hand the title to Jay White. When they established...
Who was losing his shit, by the way, because somebody in the production truck fucked up his music.
Really? They all used that Guns music.
Yeah, they used the tag music, not a singles.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So they're about to give Jay White the belt because of MJF's inability to perform. Adam Cole came out and said, No. I'll take MJF's place. Me of the completely broken, twice surgeried ankle, who will not be ready for another 9 months. I will take your spot and defend the AEW World Championship. Of course, nobody's going to let Adam Cole take a bump. So right as they were about to ring the ring bell, you hear an ambulance coming. They did the whole he stole the ambulance gimmick, drove it into the backstaging area, came hobbling out. And the funny thing, and Britt Baker mentioned this on social media, and I didn't even think about it. She said, because when MJF was coming out, there was like security and all kinds of production staff like holding him back. Like, you can't go out there, you're injured. You can't go out there, you're injured. But she was like, where were all those people when Adam Cole was coming down? Like,
fair point.
Yeah, like seriously.
That's almost like if they do certain situations, and it's happened quite a few times, and I've told you about them before, where 1 second there'll be a massive fucking beatdown of a babyface, and no fucking security, no nothing shows up. But another segment about 20 minutes down the line does the same fucking thing. Every fucking security person from inside that building and outside that building hits that fucking ring.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so crazy.
You're gonna do it. Do it all the fucking time, not just don't pick and choose your shit.
No, for sure. What's up, guys? Thanks for the emo. So he comes back, and this is where the controversy comes in, because this was a Super Cena type performance. Okay, Jay White, who is absolutely one of the best wrestlers on the planet,
without a doubt.
Now, MJF comes back, and of course, he's getting just demolished. Jay is demolishing him, and then they go to a lot of outside interference shit, like the Guns, who were thrown out earlier, came back to start shit. Adam Cole pulled out MJF's ring and got that to him. There was a lot of shenanigans which led to MJF hitting Jay White with the ring and knocking him out and sealing the win.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, does that shenanigan-filled ending make up for the fact that Jay White got beat by a one-legged man?
Well, it depends. Are they going to work that injury either on Dynamite, Rampage, or Collision? Or is he just going to supersede and be like, oh, my leg's fine?
No, I doubt it. I mean, he doesn't roll like that. But
No.
it was just a very strange call when it didn't have to happen. MJF could have beat him straight up and would have been amazing match. So why make that call unless they were worried that it would hurt Jay more to lose a straight up wrestling match than to lose with all the interference and shit?
I'm not sure. And the thing with AEW writers is they're either 100% on spot or it's fucking dog shit. There's no in between with them, right? And I've said this many times. And anytime I've tried to call something down the fucking line, especially anything with MJF and Adam Cole, it's gone in the left field. As far as the Jay White situation is concerned, I kind of feel that if they did the finish a little differently, it'd come off a lot better and less controversial. Say they did a false finish where he gets the 3 count, but his leg's on the rope and the referee doesn't see it. So Jay initially gets that celebration of the world title, but the referee restarts the match and MJF hits something real quick to do like a schoolboy or a small package or some shit. I think that went over just a little bit better than him hitting the basically the power of the punch on Jay White.
Right. That makes sense. So what do you think this does to Jay White? Do you think it hurts or doesn't matter, or?
That's a good question. Like I wouldn't know where to put him now. Maybe keep him off TV for a few weeks, have him come back. What's the next show? World's End at the end of December is the next big show.
World's End is the 30th, yeah.
Yeah, so I would probably keep Jay White off that. Have him show up at the end of the fucking world title match. Have MJF retain since they're setting up Samoa Joe and MJF. Have him beat down MJF and get a fucking rematch and just make him like that really dangerous Jay White that was in New Japan. That dark, demented, soulless gimmick that he first re-debuted when he became Switchblade.
Right.
That's the only thing I can think to do, because if you just put him on TV the next week with the Bang Bang Gang, it's just going to be like, oh, well, Jay White lost this match. What is it? Where does he go now? I don't know. Does he go for the International? Does he go for the TNT? Does he just not go for a fucking title at this point?
Right.
If he doesn't go for a fucking title at this point, what's the point of having him under a contract? Because he's a championship competitor.
Without question. I don't know. I think it's very tough because I see Jay White definitely being their world champion.
Oh yes, at some point.
And maybe
I do think the right call was made as far as MJF retaining. I don't think Jay White's ready to get that championship, and I don't think MJF's ready to relinquish that championship just yet.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Yeah, no, I mean, and there's you can't tell me MJF hasn't re-signed. All right, he's getting all these fucking amazing matches, and he's going over in these incredible ways. He's fucking signed. Can't tell me otherwise unless he announces he signed with WWE. There's no way.
He doesn't have to announce shit until his contract's up, technically. Like it could be one of those things where, he's still playing both sides of the field just to see which side's going to give him more money.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think he just by today makes him a year-long title winner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you let him become the longest reigning champion and beat all these top guys for him to walk away in January. I just don't see it happening.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm not saying you're right either.
Oh yeah, of course.
Um,
I'm just a dumbass on the internet.
we're both dumbasses on the internet. They just gave us our own fucking show to talk shit about.
What up, Dopey? How you doing, man?
But that kind of gives me leads up to a good thing. It's not if Samoa Joe's obviously going to be the next guy in line for the AEW World Title.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Samoa Joe, hell of a fucking guy, but he's not the kind of guy that needs that championship. So obviously, he's not going to win that title.
Right.
And if they don't do the thing with Jay Wyatt that I predict, who do you see after that feud?
Based on what happened last night, I don't think you can keep Swerve out of the world title picture anymore.
I
That's
don't either.
that's
And
the guy until Adam Cole comes back. I think you have to give him the next opportunity after Joe. I don't think there's any doubt.
we said that months ago.
Yeah, but there's
I'm
no.
just as firm in that belief now as I
Yeah.
was 3 months ago when we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve, even as a heel, is one of the most over talents in AEW right now.
Yep.
And I could honestly see him actually beating MJF for the title. Give him a good 3-4 month run.
Mm-hmm.
Have him get it back. MJF, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
get it back from fucking Swerve. And when Adam Cole comes back, have another fucking match there. Sorry, indigestion's a bitch. But I mean, obviously, the Adam Cole injury put a lot of shit on halt.
Right.
It stopped a lot of shit from happening. So they're
Actually,
kind
yeah.
of regrouping and doing Plan B shit basically for the next 8-9 months until he's returning completely. So of course they're going to have to push along the Adam Cole MJF buddy storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I have to hear Roddy scream his fucking name every goddamn week.
Draven!
I'm gonna start muting my shit whenever I say anything about it. I swear to God, this motherfucker does it in locker rooms. He does it in restaurants. If he starts doing it in the hotel rooms at 2:00 in the morning, I'm going to punch this man directly in the face.
Threaten me with a good time.
And okay, I'm not going to punch you in the face with my dick. It's going to be my fist.
Had to take it there, didn't you?
I did.
Fucking
Driving G spot. But no, going back to the Swerve thing, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Dude, and you know how I feel.
Before we get into that, because that's a huge fucking story I'm gonna want to go into, let's pay some bills here for a second.
Oh shit, okay.
So tonight's show is brought to you in part by Skillshare.
Is it? You sound questionable.
There we go. My shit wasn't working. It's brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 25,000 classes in just about anything you can think of. Productivity, animation, marketing. I just finished the social media classes, trying to get a little more on top of how to use social media for the podcast, and it was really cool. I mean, it's succinct. It teaches you everything you need to know in the shortest amount of time, which is always good. We're all busy. So join the over 600,000 subscribers. Whether you want to brush up on a skill for work, just learn something new, start a business, whatever you want to learn, Skillshare can teach it to you. And what kind of deal do we have that up until, from now until November 30th? What's our deal now, Drew?
It was 30. It became 40. But now, until November 30th, you get up to 50% off your annual or monthly subscription. That is legitimately the best deal we've ever had on this podcast. That's legitimately the best deal I've heard from Skillshare themselves. And I've heard
Absolutely.
them going on a good year and a half via other podcasts, via YouTube videos, via anything.
Yep.
50% off is the biggest deal I've ever heard them put on. And now, thanks to Skillshare, you can jump on this and be right on top of this 50% off.
Yep. So if you're watching on Rumble or if you're watching this as the YouTube video, the link is in the description. If you're watching live on Trovo or Twitch, I just put it in the chat for the 50% off link. And if you're listening on the podcast, it will also be in the description of the show. 50% off. Don't miss it. You're never going to see a deal that good for Skillshare again. And here's to some learning. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring the podcast.
Yes, sir.
So, there was a Texas death match
There was.
on the pay-per-view last night.
There was.
And I'm not a huge deathmatch guy. Never have been. But this was one of the more disturbing matches I've ever seen. Of course, I saw Abdullah the Butcher coming up, and he bled like a stuck pig. And we saw bleeders forever. Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair are legendary bleeders.
Yes.
But this is a couple of things that took place in that match last night. Now, before I get into the details of the match, remember that this match was directly following Swerve Strickland breaking into Adam's Hangman's house and even standing over the crib with his new child sleeping. So this is serious hate going into this match for Hangman Page.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought the fucking wrath of hell, especially in the first half of that match, to Swerve Strickland. There were spots where Hangman was stapling his kids' hand-drawn pictures to Swerve's face with a staple gun.
Mm-hmm.
He was walking around and just stapling Swerve in the arms and the legs. And then the sickest thing that I can imagine happening in wrestling happened, and it was glorious. Swerve Strickland had his head over, and he was just raining blood. Just raining blood. Hangman falls to the ground, puts his face underneath that, lets his mouth get full of the raining blood, stands up, and shoots it out of his mouth like Triple H does water. It was fucking bananas, and the crowd went fucking insane. It was like, from that point forward, every single person in that room was a deathmatch fan. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen. And first of all, it's dumb as shit and risky as hell. Don't fucking do it. Don't ever fucking do it. All right? Don't ever fucking do it. Because you can catch all kinds of shit. I mean, they had to go through all kinds of blood testing and everything before that match to make sure that, their blood was safe. But I had never seen anything like that in wrestling before.
Where do I begin? First off, let me go off by saying I despise death matches.
Yes, you do.
And it's not because, I think they're gaudy or they're out of style. I hate death matches because I've been through death matches.
Mm-hmm.
I know the toll that it takes on the body. But in this instance, in this story, it fit perfectly. The story of the match was beautifully told. More or less, it wasn't Adam Hangman Page, the worker. It was Adam Hangman Page, the father,
Mm-hmm.
the husband, the protector, the provider, going and basically protecting his territory.
Mm-hmm.
The fire that he had during that whole match was something a lot of us dads and husbands visualize. If this ever happened in my life, this would how I would be. Adam Page took that and became that. He became and I'm not a big Adam Page fan. Let me make this clear. I am not. But last night, he gained a lot of fucking respect from me. Um, the match itself, of course, I'd say there's a lot of unnecessary shit, but it's
Of course.
AEW number one. So there's going to be a lot of shit that I don't agree with as far as, no disqualifications, deathmatch shit.
Sure.
But this is different than Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho at Nothing or Nothing earlier this year. This is different than Moxley versus Moxley versus Adam Page when they had their death match. This actually made sense. This actually was, and at least in my mind, this needed to happen for either this feud to end or for this feud to continue. And I think they both told a story beautifully. I do think that the right decision was made to having Swerve go over, because if Adam went over, the story's fucking over either way. At least with Swerve winning, they had the option to keep that going down the line. And I'll go ahead and say it. That match to me was match of the night, and it takes a lot for me to be able to say a death match was match of the night for me. But that in that instance, beautifully fucking done. Match of the night, probably match of the year for AEW.
It was incredible. I've So let's go through some more spots of this thing. There was a cinder block involved.
Because of course.
Swerve Death Valley drove Hangman onto a cinder block on the apron.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he later crushed one over Hangman's head, which was obviously a gimmicked one.
Yes.
But I don't.
More than likely, they were both gimmicked.
It didn't break when Hangman was spiked onto it. I don't know. They probably were, but still, it looked sick. There was a point where Swerve finally basically hulked up, and he started stapling himself with the fucking staple gun, just like like just going crazy. There was an amazing shot of Swerve, like with his arms back over or he might have been sitting on the outside with just the crimson mask, like he was a fucking sloppy mess.
Yes.
It was absolutely insane. I loved it. There are people I just had to smack a little bitch down on Twitter just now. I was doing it, talking shit about. They're like, that's not supposed to be in wrestling. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, motherfucker, don't watch something called a Texas Death Match if you want it to be hugs and kisses. Like, stop fucking crying. Just don't watch the shit.
You know what you should have said?
Mm.
Do you like polka?
Yes. Fuck you!
Fucking polka.
Look, you asshole. I'm trying to make a fucking analogy.
Those of you that don't know what we're talking about, it was a Paul Heyman shoot promo or shoot interview. And he was trying to explain when Cornette said that ECW made him hate pro wrestling. Well, do you like polka music? No. Don't listen to polka music. If you don't like ECW, don't watch ECW.
Yeah,
Same fucking concept.
exactly.
And I'm right there with you. I don't like GCW. Ooh, big spoiler. I don't fucking watch it.
Yeah,
And I have friends that fucking work for GCW.
yeah.
And I fully support what they do. That's their own decision.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I have to fucking like it, nor do I have to fucking watch it, which is why we don't cover GCW on this show.
Yep. It is not a required viewing in this day and age. But no, it was fucking fantastic. There was this spot where, God, the barbed wire they used in this match. There was
Dude, that fucking spot where fucking Swerve hit him in the back.
Hangman was facing the turnbuckle, but up on the second one, he was about to do a move. Swerve came back with a chair wrapped in barbed wire, hits him in the back, and a piece of the barbed wire flings around and wraps around Hangman's head. For when Swerve tried to pull it back, it like dug into his face.
Yeah, that was a scary spot right there.
Yeah. And when there was a point when Hangman did some kind of a impact move onto the chair with Swerve, and there was meat on the fucking chair when he pulled off, like fucking meat. Just, I don't know, man. I'll have to watch that again. Like
you go right ahead, my dude. I leave that to you.
Like I don't want to see another death match for a long time. But that shit was just, that was the best one I've ever seen. Definitely the best death match AEW has ever put on.
Yes. That's without question. Because it made sense for the story. It didn't just happen because they're like, let's do a Texas death match.
Yeah, it was
really bad about that.
It was definitely the kind of match that should have followed a home invasion story.
Yeah, and let's be real. Honestly, after that, neither one of them need to touch for at least a good 5-6 months.
Yeah.
They just need to stay separate and do their own fucking thing for a while and let them come back when they need to.
Swerve wound up winning, which I was kind of... I don't think it hurt either one of them to lose that match.
Hell no. But again, I think the right call was made.
I think the right call was made. I don't like that the victim of a home invasion lost the revenge match. It doesn't sit right with me. But for the storyline and who Swerve is becoming, yeah, it's definitely the right move.
Yes. Did you hear that promo that he fucking cut after?
I did not, but I heard it. I heard the grumblings of it.
I have it pulled up if you would like for me to play the audio.
I would love to.
All right. This is post-match right after he got backstage.
You can't take me somewhere that I've already been. And I have real estate that you son of a bitch. Texas, LA. I don't care if it's Seattle. I don't care if it's across the globe. I don't care if we go to the UK and we do this again. I own you now, Hangman. And after this bullshit, I own AEW. Everybody in that locker room is better fucking fear me. That's for goddamn right. Like I said, I'm just getting started with this. Whose house? This is Swerve's house. No. This is Swerve's dungeon. And I'm hanging everybody like the executioner that I am. Believe that. Hangman, we better be done. Because the next time you step in the ring with me, you're dead.
There we go.
Yep.
Fucking raw, pure fucking emotion.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. Amazing match, amazing emotion, amazing amount of crybaby bitches out there whining about it.
To be fair, I haven't cried about it.
No, you have not.
I actually liked the match. Will I watch it again? Fuck no.
No, it was definitely good. It was definitely good. So, what was your favorite match? Oh, well, that one. But outside of that one, what was your favorite match of the night?
if I'm being honest, this is probably going to shock you. It's the young fucks, Olivier and fucking Jericho. Just for the story that it's building up, because you know it's going to fucking implode at some point. But the match itself actually made fucking sense. There wasn't too much of hokey shit going on. I think the finish was done correctly. The post match shit probably could have done without the fucking temper tantrum.
Well, it was pretty much modeled after the exact same temper tantrum that Jericho did when he was younger in WCW.
I know, but still, it's just.
Yeah, I know.
I feel it took away from the actual match.
Yeah.
Now, if it was like a post match thing where they did like a something backstage, I'd been more okay with that. But this just felt like, you know, it took away. But other than that, the actual match itself was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
What about you?
I gotta say that I like. Well, first of all, congratulations to a couple of people. Congratulations to Julia Hart.
Bay.
So much Bay. Congratulations to Tony Storm.
Bay.
Serious Bay. New champions, so I'm excited about that. Tony Storm has got such a great character right now. That timeless character is fucking phenomenal for her.
She makes me want oranges every time I see her.
Oranges. Yes.
I'm not talking about Orange Cassidy.
Nope. No, you are not. Yes.
Speaking of which, congratulations to Orange.
Yes. Oh my god, I completely forget. That was probably my second favorite match because that was.
I fucking called that.
Yes, you did. I didn't think there was any way in the world that he was winning that match. But they have.
Shocker. Moxley bled. Shocker.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible for him not to bleed right now. Like, he might be so fragile in his head. Huh?
I remember one match he didn't bleed.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Roughly.
Yeah. Kind of. But
I just can't tell you where it was.
Yeah, I know. Just it's just I think his skin is so frail that if he gets hit right, it's just gonna bleed at this point.
If you look at it wrong. Like, can you just imagine, and this is going off topic, and this is probably going into After Dark shit, but could you just imagine, like, Moxley's just getting it fucking on with fucking Renee, and like she just reaches up, like to like pull him in, and like her nail just like accidentally like slips, and like she becomes fucking Adam Page, like she's just taking mouthfuls of fucking blood, and he's not stopping. Like he sees it and he gets excited, so he's just going to fucking Pound Town 10 times as fucking hard.
Yep, it's not a party until you start tasting your own blood. I think that's what Mox lives by. I think.
I'm going to hell.
Oh fuck! No, that was that match was amazing. Congratulations, Orange, for retaining your title against somebody that you've never beaten before. It was an amazing match. They can both just fucking go, and they've got great chemistry too. The two of them.
They do. They really do. But it's just the whole Moxley bleeding every match thing. It's getting old.
Yeah. Switching over to the Tony Storm match, I laughed my ass off at the end.
I'm sure you did.
She stuffed a frying pan down the back of her pants to use as a loaded hip attack. The problem is, it didn't stay hidden in her pants, okay? I think it got suction cupped to one of her ass cheeks because it was just hanging out. It was just hanging out. And, like, there's no way the ref didn't see it. But Nigel was like, and the ref didn't see it. And Taz was like, she has no idea, the ref. Like, so fucking crazy. Because it was right there. Everyone could see it, including the ref.
Two questions.
All right.
Have you ever wanted to be a frying pan more in your life?
God damn it.
And B, do you think Solo Sikoa is going to try to rip that shit off?
Fuck. Yes, I do. Unfortunately, yes, I do. No, she got halfway up the ramp before she could get the pan off her ass. Like, I honestly think it suction cup to her.
Probably, dude. That is a voluptuous
It's perfect. Perfect.
ass.
Yes, and then the shocker of the night, really for me, was Julia Hart winning the TBS championship. That was the biggest
You right.
shocker
You right.
because I
I
would
said
not have
Statlander should
called.
win.
I would have thought Statlander wins that match 10 times out of 10. Um, yeah,
Do you think she's ready for it?
we'll see. She's been on an amazing tear. I think she's won 30 of her last 31 matches. Like she's put on some good performances, and she's got one of the most amazing entrances in wrestling right now.
Is she still currently part of the House of Black?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It was just weird seeing her in a different gear than the boys were.
yeah. And Sky Blue looked incredible in that match, not only physically but as a worker
Bang.
too. She
Bang.
she's got a new gimmick. She took her baseball cap off and put on this blue crown of thorns.
She's just converting, dude. She's converting just like Julia did.
Yeah, yeah,
It's going to be a slow burn.
yeah.
Not as slow, but it's still a slow burn.
Yeah, it was a great match. It would have been an even bigger shocker had Sky Blue won it, but we'll see what.
But Sky's not ready.
No, definitely not. But we'll see how Julia can carry it because she's been on a tear.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the House of Black, did you see that Gonzo driver that Big Man put on? Who the fuck did he Gonzo drive through the ladder that was set up? Who did Brody King Gonzo drive through the ladder?
Fuck. I want to say it was Starks, but I don't think it
No,
was.
I think it was Cash actually.
I don't know. Honestly, I'd have to go back and
I don't
watch
know.
for the simple fact, you know me in these multi-man matches.
Yeah,
I cannot stand how AEW produces them. It is nothing but fucking scrambled eggs to me. It's hard for me to fucking follow.
yeah,
And once I get to the point that I just lose interest in it, I walk away until the next match. And this is what happened during this match. Which sucks because it had fucking FTR and it had the House of Black on it. And I was so looking forward to it and hoping, they would keep some kind of fucking story going. But I just got lost and I quit caring.
yeah.
So fill me in.
Um,
Besides the Gonzo driver.
that's my big takeaway.
Okay.
Like it was fine. Oh, the one cool part was when Brody King and Big Bill were face to face, and then the crowd started chanting "meat, meat, meat," and they started slapping each other, and the crowd started doing meat in the same tempo as the punches. So like Bill would do like a big hip check, meat, and then he'd go meat. Meat, and then when Brody got the advantage, they were going meat, 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 meat. Like it was, it was just fucking hilarious. I enjoyed the whole pay-per-view. I mean,
big meaty men slapping meat.
yes, big meaty men slapping meat.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, like I said, I think about 7-8 minutes into it, I just lost interest, so I just walked away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I mean, not AEW's not for fucking everybody. WWE's not for fucking everybody. There's certain things that AEW does that I like, and there's certain things that they do that I don't.
Of course, yeah.
I think they appeal just a little too much to trying to mark each other out and try to get each other to pop.
I don't know because the crowd was popping like a motherfucker.
Well, it's really not hard to get the crowd to pop for a pay-per-view, especially when you got all those big names. But to me, whenever you got all those multi-man matches, it just feels like you're trying to get everybody fucking paid, and B, you're just trying to see who can fucking out popped the last guy.
Yeah. One of my favorite matches because of the participants was Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Copeland versus the Patriarchy, as they're known now, which is the father, Christian Cage, and Nick Wayne, and Big Man Luchasaurus.
That's what they're calling themselves now.
Well, because he's the father figure, yeah.
But still,
Oh,
honestly, that group could have went without having a fucking group name.
they could have, yeah, for sure. Sting's team wound up winning.
Of course.
Cool spot when Sting hit the Scorpion Death Drop with Adam Copeland coming off the second rope for an elbow. That was new, pretty cool. Sick bump where Darby got choke slammed onto the apron from inside the ring. I don't think Luchasaurus was close enough to the ropes, and he just fucking careened off that thing and just spun.
Yes, that was fucking wicked.
Yeah.
But that finish on the combination of the Stinger Splash, Spear, and Coffin Drop was actually really fucking good.
It really was. Yeah. Yeah. No, good match. Some Ric Flair funny business going on out there. He got into a little bit with Christian Cage, who wound up doing the old Flair uppercut to the junk.
Yes.
On Flair. So
Poetic
disrespectful.
Justice.
So
Poetic
disrespectful.
Justice. Poetic justice. Long-term storytelling at its
long-term storytelling. Yeah, absolutely.
The only reason I say that is because I saw a side-by-side as I'm on my lunch break. And it's that shot of Christian doing it to Flair. But if you look on the other side, it's Flair doing it to Christian when it was the COVID Raw and and they were trying to get Christian out of storyline, so they just ended up putting him in head after that. So like, oh yeah, that's poetic justice. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Nice, yeah. I don't know, man. I thought it was a good pay-per-view. I think this is one of the best runs of pay-per-views I've seen in a long time, starting from All Out to All In, all the way up through now. Has been a great run of pay-per-views.
Yeah, this has definitely been their strongest little run of pay-per-views. Honestly, everything after Nothing or Nothing was fucking better than that shit.
Yeah.
I don't, and you know, companies have off things, but everything about that particular pay-per-view was off.
Well, it seems like they got it out of their system in one pay-per-view, because everything since there has been bangers.
I'm glad they did.
Yeah. I just wish we hadn't chose that one time to go to the fucking theater to see it.
Right, it really fucking soured it. But the chicken wings we had were fucking amazing.
Yeah, they were.
God. But no, sticking on that 6-man tag, did you see where Darby Allin announced that he's taking time off?
Oh, he's going to climb Mount Everest is why he's
but
taking.
He's still taking time off of AEW.
Yes, correct.
Which is probably for the best right now, considering that fucking wicked ass chokeslam.
Yeah. No, I think he's. I think it's a good call. He needs a little break, but yeah, he's. From what I understand, I guess he's climbing Mount Everest.
Hey, do you, my dude?
Absolutely.
Hey, he does a lot of things that people only fucking talk about ever doing or dreaming of doing. So bravo.
Yeah, and he says he feels great. He's healthy. Like he shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
He really should, though.
He really should.
Yeah, like
I mean, he's
this for 20 years.
He's a legit crash test dummy. And
we thought Jeff was bad.
Yeah, not even
Jesus
close.
Christ, Jeff has nothing on this kid.
Not even close.
Well, I guess we can talk about the biggest story to come out of Full Gear.
What's that?
The signing.
The signing. Holy shit, I fucking forgot it. Yeah.
I figured you were saving that for the end of the show anyway.
No, there's a little piece of WWE news I want us to talk about at the end of the show.
Fuck. See, this is why we need communication.
Well, we just got confirmation of a big return for tomorrow night, is what I want
Oh, is it something we've all called 1,000 times over?
to. Yeah, maybe.
Mm. Big
Yeah.
Dick Johnson confirmed.
Big Dick Johnson. It's a huge signing for AEW. I think Will Ospreay is undoubtedly one of the top wrestlers on the planet. He can do. He could have gone anywhere. When there was speculation on the signing, I announced that it probably was not Will Ospreay. We both thought it was Sami Callihan.
Yes.
But the reason why I thought it was not Will Ospreay is because he's still under contract with New Japan, and apparently they gave him permission to sign the contract, which is awesome of them because there's no fucking way WWE would have done that.
Right.
You know,
I don't know, but they've kind of gotten a little lenient on shit in the past couple
to
of years.
do it publicly on a pay-per-view while still under contract, I don't see it. And I had heard that New Japan was letting Will, quote unquote, look around at outside promotions, but I wouldn't have thought that would extend to coming on a pay-per-view and signing a contract live. But obviously they did, and I applaud them for it because it's a good look. Companies have always kind of had good rapport back and forth.
Yes.
I hear it's at least a 3-year deal, and it's got to be for some great money.
I'm actually, as you're talking about it, trying to look up something about his contract, and they haven't released really anything of it yet.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 or 600,000 for the first year, and maybe going up to $1 million by the end of the year, by the end of the term, something like that.
I could see it even going even higher since WWE was really trying to fucking get him. I could probably see 850
Yeah, maybe so.
for the first year, and then automatically jump up to a mil 3 for the next 2.
Yeah, could be because
I mean,
he's worth it. I mean, he's one of the biggest international names out there. He's shown that he can put on great AEW matches.
yes.
He's
He's just a better fit for AEW than he would in WWE.
yeah. And they would have had to neuter him down a little bit, which would have been probably good for his health long term. But
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, what is he if you neuter him down though? Like he's gonna be Ricochet.
But the thing with Ricochet is, since he's done that, like he's put on a little bit of weight, so he's gotten bulked up, and B, he's learning to work with it means. Like he doesn't have to fucking pull all this shit out, but when he needs to for a big match situation, he can. He doesn't have to fucking do it every match now. Cough, cough, hack, hack.
Yeah, but do you remember that the Japan show with Ricochet and Will Ospreay?
I sent that to you.
Yeah, that was fucking amazing.
Yes, but that was also back in 2016 where they were both young fucking studs that could fucking do that shit nightly.
Right. Yeah.
Will, what is he? He's almost 30 now, right? He's got to be at least late 20s. Ricochet is right around my age.
Mm.
And Ricochet's even said, there's shit 5 years ago I can't do now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the fact of, age catches up with all of us. I mean, there's shit fucking from 5 years ago I can't do now either. Like turn my fucking neck all the way. But no, in all seriousness, like,
or jumps directly from my knees to my feet.
that part, yeah, God, dude, I couldn't do that since I was 25. But I want you to look at it this way: if Osprey stays in AEW and Ricochet stays in WWE, which one do you think is going to fizzle out first?
Good one.
It's going to be
your
Osprey
top.
unless he learns to adapt to a new style of fucking working. And I think for him to do that would be WWE be the best place for him to learn that.
Maybe, but I mean, you got to think you've got as good of trainers in AEW as they have in WWE.
Yeah, but it's the
Bryan
mindset.
Danielson has had to take that regression from such a high flying Daredevil style.
Yes, and now he's just gone into straight fucking strong style shit,
Mm-hmm.
which is just as brutal on your body, just in a different way. Again, it's
Yeah.
just the mindset of that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's say this contract's, let's say 3 years minimum.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean he's going to resign in 3 fucking years. He could be like, all right, I've done everything here. Let me go here. He
Oh,
could
of
be a
course.
fucking roadman.
Of course. And that would be completely fine and completely within what he's earned. Absolutely. I'm always going to pull for the names that I like to get signed to AEW because I prefer their product. But he could have gone anywhere and been hugely successful. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. And another thing about his contract, at least what I'm thinking is, you saw that little promo he did after Bound for Glory Impact when they announced TNA was returning.
Mm-hmm.
And he made it very clear he has to work in a TNA ring at least once. So that might be another reason why he's not immediately going to AEW.
Well, he did at Bound for Glory, right? Oh, a
That
TNA ring.
TNA.
Yeah.
It's different. That's like going to
No, it
WWE,
is.
like, I need to work in a WWF ring.
Yeah, no, I get you.
It is different. The mindset is different.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, it is. I'm sure he will. I mean, I don't think he's going to slow down any, and all AEW contracts let you work elsewhere. So, except for WWE.
Well, I think that's about it. Oh no, you got that one last piece for WWE actually.
Yep. Let's hear a little bit from Castel Vodka, and we will talk about that last story.
Vodka, ball. Castel. Indulge in the Red Revolution.
Thank you, Castel Vodka, for sponsoring the podcast. So, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I know I'm going to pop like a bitch. Randy Orton is coming back to Raw tomorrow night. And I haven't been this excited for something to happen on Raw in a while. And I have a theory as to why they're doing it instead of letting him be a surprise.
Is it a Rev theory?
It is. It is.
Come on now. Come on.
It came from voices in my head.
Did you hear the rumored track that's going to be his new music?
No.
Do you want to hear it?
Do I?
This bitch goes hard.
All right, let's hear it. But he's... Oh! Rev Theory come in for a remix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if he comes out to that remix that Rev Theory put out, but quickly took offline, I'm going to nut. N-U-T nut myself.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, I'm going to do it anyway. It's fucking Randy. Randy, we've missed you. We
Yeah.
missed you so fucking much.
Yes, we have.
God, we need you to punt Rhea Ripley in the Poo-Tang and then RKO her.
That'll be interesting.
It's not fucking PG. That's for goddamn sure.
No, not the Rhea thing. The RKO thing. Does he use it?
Yes.
Does he
I don't
use
think
it
he's-
all
I
the
don't think
time?
he's- I don't think he's going to get the elevation that he could. I think it's going to be a lower version of it, more like a diamond cutter variation. But I think he's still going to use RKO in some capacity. But the good thing about him is he has that fucking backup finish for the punt kick.
Yeah. No, he definitely does.
You know, watch what happens. He shows up and he jumps like fucking 30 feet in the air for RKOs tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's gonna make me want to do RKOs fucking in 2 weeks. I'm like, oh fuck my back.
My neck and my back.
My taint and my crack. Yes. Thank God there is a fucking God.
Yes.
A wrestling God. And I ain't talking about John Bradshaw Layfield.
Now, you know my theory for the reason why he's doing it tomorrow night. Because the pay-per-view was in Chicago.
Yes.
And it immediately kills the expectation that Punk is the secret fifth person.
I don't think it's going to kill it. I think it's really going to put a hurting on it, though. But I guarantee you turn on fucking Survivor Series next Saturday, you're still going to fucking be hearing CM Punk chants, especially during fucking
of course
Divas matches.
Yeah, without question. I think it would have been a bigger problem if there was still that spot open and people came there expecting to see him. I think that would have been a much bigger problem.
The only way I'm even half expecting CM Punk to even show up at Survivor Series is if Shinsuke basically in Japanese fucking calls him out.
Yep.
Like he's like put hint after hint after hint after fucking hint. So is the fucking USA Network Instagram, which fuck them for blocking me.
Who?
USA Network on Instagram.
They blocked you?
They did. They did block me.
Why?
I called them corporate cunts.
Okay.
I
salute that.
Well, I'll give you the backstory as soon as I'm done. But with Shinsuke using the GTS and like quoting theme music, not only from Cult of Personality, but from the Kill Switch music, and basically, almost everybody fucking sprinkling in old Ring of Honor fucking promos from him, unless he's like, I want the straight edge savior, or I want the second city saint, or some shit like that. Using one of his old monikers in Chicago.
Right.
I don't see him showing up. But the USA Network thing. So, as everybody knows, a couple days ago was 11 years since the Shield debuted in WWE at Survivor Series, right?
Since the who?
USA Network posts something about it, and it only shows Roman and Seth. It doesn't show Mox. It doesn't show Ambrose, however you want to call them. And I went on a fucking tangent, right? I said, you realize that WWE has no issue saying anything about fucking Ambrose. They've acknowledged Ambrose on fucking TV. They've acknowledged John Moxley on fucking TV. Anytime it has anything to do with the fucking Shield, whether it be in vignettes, promos, backstage, what have you. There are 3 fucking members of the Shield. At least acknowledge him. You don't have to fucking tag him. Us fans will fucking tag him. But at least acknowledge the fact that the Shield wasn't a fucking tag team, and it was a fucking 3-man group that fucking revolutionized an entire fucking generation of professional wrestling in the 2010s. You fucking corpo cunts. Block. No retort, no nothing. Straight block me.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Jeez.
So now, anytime I see something on their Facebook, I go and call them that too.
Corporate cunts. Like, God damn it, we can't get rid of this guy.
I mean, dude, it's not just that. I've gotten into it with quite a few fucking companies over the past couple of days. I'll save that for talking shit though. But that because the rest of it was basically not wrestling related, but this was like the only wrestling related thing I got blocked for on social media. And I don't normally fucking go off on shit, but it fucking irks me. That's like saying TFK fucking 10 years down the line and it just shows a picture of you and Rip.
Yeah.
Or it shows a picture of me and Rip, or it shows a picture of me and you. It doesn't acknowledge the third member.
Mm.
Yeah. Somebody better fucking call a corpo cunt and fucking tell them there's more than 2 people in that goddamn group.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
Actually, by December 9th, there's going to be 5 of us. Member number 4 shows up in WWA. Member number 5, you'll never see coming.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, that was a fun show.
That was. Now it's going to be very depressing. I'm about to tear down my office setting for the last time in this house
Mm-hmm.
and finish the moving. And ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday on WIW, I will be in a brand new place. Don't know if the office is going to be put up yet, but I will do my damnedest to at least have some sort of visualization.
Yes.
Where you can see this pretty ugly ass mug.
All right. Well, look forward to that. So yeah, check us out next. Our live show Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be streaming during the day. This week is kind of a light work week for me, so probably gonna watch the original Night of the Living Dead tomorrow morning.
Beautiful.
So come check that out. So yeah. Check out the description box or the about box for all of our social media. Got a lot of going on Twitter right now. We just got verified. So having fun
Twitter,
there.
It's Twix.
Twix. God damn it. even fucking yeah. And
I refuse to acknowledge it as a single letter.
No fucking way. It's always gonna be Twitter to me. I don't give a shit.
It's Twix.
As long as it's alive, Elon is trying to fucking murder it. All right, guys. Well, for Draven Grimes, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit.
Yeah.
Peace. Yeah.